How y'all are, guys? We are going to be talking about the A team. Here's all. If you ask an American what the A team is, they're going to think you're talking about this. That's the A team, the West Indies A team, baby. Jewelry man, Mr. T over here. But anyway, we're going to be talking about the West Indies A team. I don't know why they call it the B team because the A team should be the. But anyway, so this was a fantastic match. I just got done watching it in full, so we're able to talk about it here on the channel, and lots of great stuff. I think this was one of the best wins for Nepal because it showed consistency and perseverance throughout the match. And yeah, we're going to talk about it right now. To start, there was some issues about the West Indies team arriving in Nepal. I guess there was some things on social media saying that the conditions were less than ideal. West Indies was the third test nation to visit Nepal, or nation A team to visit Nepal for a bilateral series. So we just had Zimbabwe and Ireland visit. So it's great to see that, Nepal is doing a lot of these tours, and hopefully they get better at it here. You can see them coming in, and yeah, it wasn't all bad. There's my A team right there. They need to get Mr. T on their team for sure. They need the A team. So these are 5 T20 games. They're going to be played from every other day from the 27th 4th. So we'll cover this on this channel here for shizzle. And this is the same thing, but I like the way it looks. And this is the schedule here. So we had the game today. Oh, game tomorrow. Great. Hopefully I'll wake my ass up and check that there. Got a sick kid, so it was hard. I was up at 3:15, but couldn't do live. But yeah, so 3:15, man, that's so early. So if you're in United States, it's in 3:15. Yeah, so game today, game tomorrow, and then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday will be a lot of fun. But let's talk about the game, right? So I'm sure you want to talk about the game. So let's talk about the game. So West Indies started to bat. Well, they started with the bat, I should say, and they started really hot. They had a couple of boundaries, and eventually Johnson Charles was caught out by none other than the dependable Dipendra Singh Aidi and Alec Athanase. He had a really good day today. He was really hot opening the bat for West Indies, but his partner got run out in the third over, as you can see there. Really good fielding from Nepal on this one. I'm not sure whose fault that was and like who calls how to run, but that's just like that shouldn't happen with a team of such high caliber like Nepal, like West Indies. I mean, I'm just making sure my audio is still working. So Andre Fletcher was run out in the third over, and so they after the power play, West Indies A were in really, really good shape. So West Indies were 77 runs with 2 wickets, and their run rate at this point was 12.83. Alec Athanase had a really, really good run until the 7th over. He went 47 runs off 25 balls. So he had a spectacular day. After he got out, we see the partnership of Roston Chase and Kesey Carty. I hope I'm saying that name right, in the 14th over. And Roston Chase produced big time for West Indies. He was the strongest batter of the day by far. 74 runs for the day off of only 46 balls. Bullsh. And Kesey Carty eventually got caught out in the 14th over. He was bowled by Abhinish Bahada, and it was caught by dependable Dipendra Singh Aidi. He's got a lot of catches today. Really good fielder too. Roston Chase, he just went into Super Saiyan mode in the 17th over. I mean, this was crazy. He scored 5 boundaries. He scored 22 runs, 1 6 and 4 fours. And so by the end of the 17th over, I think West Indies were 169 for 4 out with a run rate of 9.94. So ending, they were a little bit slow, but they were in really good shape. It wasn't until the final over that Nepal was able to get Roston Chase out. So they got Roston Chase out at the end of the game, but by then the damage had already been done. So Roston Chase, Alec Athanase had a very, very good day for Paul. So Roston Chase, Alec Athanase had a really good day for West Indies A team with the bat. West Indies finished 204 runs off of 204 runs with 5 wickets, and that would prove really difficult for Nepal when it was their turn to bat. This was a tough tough chase for Nepal, but I think what I really like to see in Nepal is just that consistency with the bat. Maybe not scoring like huge sixes here, boom, 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 but consistent like singles and doubles. I think those win games. And you kind of see that here. You do see some big hits at the end, especially with Gulshan Jah, but overall, Rohit Paudel was just consistently, scoring runs, ticking the run meter. And I think that really helped Nepal, and it helped him reach a century, which we'll talk about. And I've talked about Rohit Paudel, like we needed more from him. We always need more from him. He's the captain of the team, and when he does well, the team does well. And when he does poorly, the team can still do well, but we need him to do well. And so he had an amazing day today with the bat. We had the lineup of Kushal Bortel today, but it was different. We had Anil Shah take the place in the opening lineup that we didn't see in the ACC Premier Cup. And Anil Shah did not play any games in the Premier Cup. And I think it kind of showed because we had a really disappointing batting opening lineup for the day. And I really like Bortel in the opening spot, but I wasn't sure about Anil Shah. He was out after the second over. He went 5 runs for 9 balls, and Bortel didn't do much better. He was 16 runs off of 12 balls. So disappointing opening lineup for Nepal's batting. But as soon as Rohit Paudel came out, he was the consistency that the batting lineup needed. And he was just that stability. Like I said, nothing spectacular, nothing like huge sixes, boom, 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 but stability. And I really like that. So he was the hero of the day. At the end of the first 3 overs, it was pretty dismal for Nepal. Their run rate was 7.66 and their required run rate was 10.7. So they were 23 for 1. So that was pretty bad. And it was clear Nepal had some catching up to do at this point. Kushal Malla came in for Patel and didn't show much support for Rohit Paudel. Specifically in the 5th over, Rohit Paudel scored 1 run and Malla produced a dismal like 5 dot balls in a row. Just dot ball, dot ball, dot ball, dot ball, dot ball, dot ball, dot ball. Sounds like I'm saying doppel. But anyway, doppels are not going to win T20 games. Either, I shouldn't say this, but this is an expression in America, either shit or get off the pot, like either hit runs or get out. Just don't hit dot balls. That was kind of pissing me off in the 5th over. I know I shouldn't swear, but I just did because I want to see more. I was really worried at this point that Nepal were not going to win. And so after the power play, it did look really bleak for Nepal. They were 43 runs, 2 wickets. Their run rate was 7.16 and their required rate was 11.57. So I was really worried. They were really behind at this point, but lots of singles and dot balls highlighted the 7th, 8th, and 9th overs, to be honest. And at the end, Kushal Malla got run out. Dipendra Singh Airi would take his place, and like usually he does with the bat, he produces like nothing spectacular like we see 6 sixes in a row, but just very, very good partnership with Rohit Paudel. They often traded singles or doubles with each other, and so just constantly producing. So one gets a hit and then the next person's on strike and they keep producing. And I love that more than sixes. I love that more than that's my favorite thing to see with the bat. Just batters constantly knocking in runs. So I love that partnership. At the end of 14 overs, it was Nepal 124 for 3 outs. Their run rate at this time was 8.85, so they improved, but their required rate was 13.5. So there was still quite a lot to do. Dipendra Singh, before he got out, he did a swan song, a blast of energy. He had a 6 and a 4, and then he got caught out. But he was very, very helpful, going 24 off 18 runs. So just that blast of energy that you need injecting into the lineup, the batting lineup for Nepal. Rohit Paudel's still in the game. We have a couple more batters at the end. At the start of the 16th over, Nepal was 153 for 4. So required rate was 9.56, and they needed 13 to win. A run rate of 13 to win. And so Rohit Paudel hit a couple of big time sixes at the end until Bibek Yadav was bowled out, hit like a lot of singles and 3 big time sixes. And so that was huge. The crowd was going crazy. It was awesome. And at the end, Rohit Paudel did get out, but it was the ending batters, specifically Gulshan Jah, that had a late burst of energy. He hit 2 4s in the last over to put Nepal over the edge. So it was just those last batters that got the push that Nepal needed to win the game. So it was great to see kind of an all-out team effort with the captain taking the lead. Bowling was okay. Probably could have been better, but they were really strong and consistent with their bat, which is what we need to see. In previous games, you know, like against UAE or even against Hong Kong, when we see the bat just die, you know, and Rohit Paudel doesn't produce, they probably wouldn't have won this game because Rohit Paudel is just that stability that they need, like I said. And in previous games, when he gets out, like they don't know how to respond to that, and there's just more wickets on top of wickets. So Rohit Paudel won the game for Nepal. We need his bat big time. I'm very happy for Nepal. It looked like West Indies was going to win. The rest of the series could be anyone's series. I think West Indies can easily come back and and win. So I'm just going to show you the schedule again. We're going to cover this on the channel. So yeah, today we had the match. West Indies lost to Nepal, and then we have 4 more games which we'll cover until next Saturday. So check out the channel. Maybe we'll do a live stream tomorrow at 3:15. That's so early to get up, and you know, like I said, everyone's sick here. My son's sick. My wife's super tired, so it's kind of hard to get on the channel when my wife's all like stressed out with the kids. So it's kind of, can I work on my channel? It's kind of hard to do that. So just bear in mind until you know, as I do this part-time. So cool. I hope you liked it, and check out the channel for more, and we'll see you in the next video.